Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about an age-old issue that people have been having in their above-ground pools for centuries, okay? Ants and termites eating up somebody's liner. Okay, now let me explain to you how this works. You have your pool wall, you have the ground. Here's the inside of the pool, here's the outside of the pool. The ants will get underneath that pool wall. They're attracted to the moisture that's underneath the pool. As they're moving in through the sand underneath your pool, they're creating the trails in which they live in, okay, the tunnels in which they live in. As they do this, ants have little mandibles on their face that they basically use like fingers. And as they're grabbing stuff, they're going to puncture your liner. Now the problem with this is you can have 10, 15, 20 holes in a liner before you really even start noticing a water loss. You know, what I hear a lot of customers say is, I thought we were losing water, and then a month or two later, it just got it got faster and faster and faster. By the time you notice it at that level, you may have 50, 80, 100 holes in your liner, and there's no repairing that. And at this point, you have to replace your liner. So what you're really wanting to do is keep these ants and termites away from the pool to begin with. It's something that an above ground pool owner has to deal with. Okay, you have to deal with ants and termites. Now, let's start by talking about termites. It takes a more intense poison to deal with termites. So I usually recommend a customer not try to handle termites on their own. Talk to your exterminator, tell him you want to treat around the pool and let them deal with that. Okay. My point is, just by going to a local hardware store and just getting some off-brand, on-market poison, it's probably not going to be powerful enough to deal with a termite. That's something really that is left in the hands of exterminators, okay? So for termites, talk to your exterminator, have them treat around the pool, okay? Especially if you have a termite issue. If you know you have termites in your backyard, you have to deal with it for the swimming pool, okay? Now, as far as ants are concerned, that's something you can do on your own. You can go to a local hardware store, get some poison, and this is what you want to do. Go around the outside of the pool and sprinkle ant poison up against the wall where the wall meets the floor on the outside of the pool, okay? What this is going to do is create a barrier around the pool of ant poison. If you've ever tried to remove ants from your yard with poison, it's a very difficult process, okay? Here's what you're doing with the pool. You're not trying to remove ants from your yard. You're not trying to kill them. What you're trying to do is create a barrier around the pool so when the ants come up, there's the poison, and they go spend their energy somewhere else, okay? That's what you want to do. Now, depending on what this poison is, there's a lot of ant treatments that are a 1-month treatment, a 3-month treatment. You know, long story short, with whatever poison you're using, and it doesn't have to be the best of the best, you just have to do something. With any poison you're using, if it's a 1-month poison, do it once a month. Now, the biggest thing I get is a lot of people say, well, I have a deck around my pool. I understand. You might have to get underneath this deck and sprinkle this poison around. I've been under a million decks a million times. I know it's not any fun. But if you have ants in your yard, they're going to get under the pool and they're going to kill your liner. This has been an issue with above ground pools for as long as time has gone with above ground pools, okay? You have to deal with the ants. Now, here's the positive side of it. I have never ever in 25 years been to a customer's house, they had an ant problem, and they told me they treated for ants. Here's my point. If you do something, you're going to be fine. If you do nothing, you're going to probably have an issue, okay? I've had pools for 20 years at my own house. I have ants in my yard. I treat for ants. I've never had an ant issue, okay? So the positive side is it's easy to take care of, but it's something you have to do. You don't want to waste a good liner, all that water, all those chemicals, paying somebody to put a new liner in for you. when it's something you can easily keep up with. You do it once a month, once every 2 months, once every 3 months, whatever your poison says, okay? But I encourage you to talk to your exterminator about your termites around the pool. They can handle that, normally at a very low cost. And then, you know, do some ant poison around your pool yourself, or you can get your exterminator to do it. But you'll want to do something, especially through the season, okay? Now in the winter time, ants are going to go dormant, but you have to do something about it. The good side is, if you do something about it, you have nothing to worry about.